Hello, Life with Kathy viewers. I am on my way to a job and I just thought about something I needed to let you guys know about. This is going to be a review. Um, I'll probably touch on several different apps, but I can't remember the names of all of them. I'm sure I'll put it in the link below, but on my way to actually do my job, which I clean houses, um, I thought about something that I tried yesterday. I got on an app that I'm sure it's going to turn out to be fun, but it's wintertime. And where I live is a problem with a lot of apps. I guess that's centered okay. Um, okay, so this one says you take pictures of things they want you to take pictures of and you make money, okay? So in my area, there wasn't anything. I mean, I had to drive probably at least a half an hour to the first one. So I said, okay, we're just going to make a day of it. And I drove all the way, I drove 53 miles to take pictures of, um, there was these gas stations, they wanted pictures of stuff. And so I had a good time. That was fun. So here's what I noticed. You've got to be careful. If you decide you click on something and you say you want to take pictures in that area, you better make sure you have internet access. Because here's what happened. The first one I went to, the girls were super nice. I took the pictures and I said, oh my word, it will not upload. And she said, okay, I can get you on the internet. I said, okay, fantastic. So I get on the internet and it looks like everything's good. So I'm like, great, it downloaded. Super. I don't know how long it takes for them actually, wherever they are, to okay your pictures. I have no idea because this was my first day. So I go on to the next one and same thing. I'm out in the boonies. I love Verizon. I'm not changing. I'm sorry. Because most of the places I go, I'm fine. Whatever. I've had it since Alltel. And this is not a shout out to Verizon. It might be, but whatever. So, I mean, I've been with them since my oldest was 18 and she's 40 now. So, if that tells you anything. So, anyway, same thing, but a worse problem. They got me on the internet right off the bat. And so I go outside to take a picture of the building, to kind of prove this is where you were. And of course, it's like offline, whatever. It took the picture, and then I'd go inside, and it seemed like it was doing okay. Same thing when I went outside to take a picture out the back. And I'm like, well, this is kind of iffy, but I'm going on with it. So then I asked them, hey, where are more of these gas stations? They're like, oh, yeah, you passed 3. I said, yeah, but they're not on my map. So evidently, I'm not supposed to be taking pictures there. So, okay. So then where did I go next? Oh, yeah. So then I went to Sam's. Those took me, I don't know, probably 20 minutes because there was a lot of shoppers, and I stayed out of the way. I was trying to be respectful because, hello, I'm not actually shopping. So that is the only one I got credit for. And that's not the last one I did either. That one was only $8. And I go there all the time. So that one I could have done at another time. But anyway, so the other two did not come. They were rejected, period. I was like, fantastic. Because those were $20 each. I was going to go around and do all those little stores. But somebody said, whoa, that one's like way out of your way. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm giving up. So then I said, okay, I've got time. Let me run to this house. So I'm taking pictures and answering questions. Well, like I said, I don't know how long it takes them to okay stuff. So that one, after I get all the way home, because that one was probably 45 minutes away from my house, that one, they had a dispute whether somebody was actually living in the house or not. So they said, you need to go back in and change it. But I have to be at that spot. I can't do it at my house. So I lost out that, which that was only like $7. And then I went to a church and took, oh, I don't even know, probably 35 pictures. I had to take pictures of the whole compound. And it was huge. So, I mean, mind you, this is fun, whatever. I was freezing my hands off, but I thought, I'm making some money. That one I haven't heard about yet. So far, I made, no, that one must have been $8 because I made $8 so far. And I drove 53 miles just to get to the first spot. So let that be a lesson to you. The first time you do something, you're probably going to be disappointed. You're probably going to not do things right. And you're not going to make any money. I will keep you updated. That one's called I View It. And I love driving around and talking to people because, well, check this out. I go in Dollar Tree after the second stop. And I start talking to a lady, as usual. And we're standing in line, and she was like, you are so funny. And I was like, I know, right? Why can't I make money doing that? Because my shoulder's trying to give out. And she just laughed. She thought it was hilarious. So we stood there, and of course I mentioned Jesus. And now, I'm looking to try to make money without actually physically having to do things, because I think I've wore my shoulder out cleaning houses and cleaning my house. And so, I'd like to try to find something fun where I can be out and talk to people and stuff. So anyway, I'll keep you updated on I View It. So I tried to get on my phone and sign up for Papa Pal, which is taking elderly people to the store or just, spending time with them or something. And I thought, well, that might be fun. Pretty sure where I live, there's nobody that's on that app, though. See, that's the thing. If you live in a city, you're golden. You can do anything. But some of these apps, if you live out like I do, I live 23 miles from what we would say was the city. So, you're going to have to drive to do anything. And it's just not worth your time. So anyway, I get all the way to the end, and it wants my routing number. And I'm like, no, you're not getting my routing number. You can put this money on PayPal or something. So I didn't even sign up for that one. I was just like, whatever. But there's people that want me to sit with their family members, but they want it like on an all the time basis. And I am not going to sit in a house all day. You can't sit this girl down. I want to be out and about, running around doing fun things. So, that's two of them. What was another one? I was watching this guy, and he was talking about, all these things you can do from home. And a lot of things that you find out there are like customer service stuff where you have to sit still at a computer, and I don't want to be sitting down. My butt's big enough as it is. That's not me. And the house has to be quiet, and I have a barky dog, so that's not happening. And I'm sure it has to be like, like a whole 6 hours, 8 hours job. No. So, hey, if I could just come on here and tell stories and make people laugh and make money, that would be fantastic. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime in my future. It's not like I'm lazy. I did just turn 62, but I'm still very active. I was thinking about maybe trying to start a thing where, you got to pay me to do it though. We could take walks together. So it's like, I don't like doing things by myself, And I know other people don't either. So wouldn't that be fun? To where, I don't know. That sounds like a free thing though. Everybody get on and take a walk at the same time. But I need to figure out how to make money. Oh yeah, and there was another one where you can wash, dry, fold clothes for people and whatever. And it's so much a pound and all that. And again, where I live, people wash their own clothes. I mean, they might not like to fold things. They just don't fold them. They just throw them in the drawer. So yeah, if I lived in town, whatever. So I put on Facebook, hey, what if I opened this, Kathy's Laundry Company or whatever. And this girl said, there's companies that do that. And I said, yeah, but why should I have to share my money with them? I don't want to share money with other people. I barely make enough to pay the bills anyway. So here you go. I will keep you updated on that because like today I don't have time, and tomorrow it's supposed to even be worse weather-wise. I live in West Virginia and I'm not getting out. If they say don't get out on the roads, I'm not getting out on the roads. So it might be next week before I can actually get out with that app and try it again. I might go north, but if you do that, it's so hard. Like this road doesn't lead to that road, so you have to come back to the major road that you were on and go out another leg. So, to make any money, you really need like the $20 ones at least, I mean, I didn't have to take that many pictures or answer that many questions. And, I love talking to the managers of the stores and stuff because I used to work for Foster Grant. So, that's kind of a fun thing for me is to go in the stores and talk to the people and stuff. So anyway, I know this is a long, drawn out video. I hope you just listen, take precautions. Don't just throw out your numbers to everybody. I mean, if somebody can't pay me through PayPal, which I don't know if that's even safe anymore, or like on my Cash App card or something where it can just go in and can't come out, then I'm not doing it. There's so many scammy things out there now that I'm terrified. I don't have enough money to pay for stuff anyway. As you can tell, I need my grays coming out. I mean, not like the grays coming out of my hair. It's growing. So, I wished I had enough money. But anyway, have an awesome day and don't get out on the roads unless you have to. That's my tip for the day. And love Jesus with all your heart. Have a nice day.